This is IQMZ Tech, episode 18, recorded Tuesday, the 17th of September, 2019. Hello and welcome to IQMZ Tech, the show where we talk about some of the biggest tech news stories with people who are passionate about all things electronic.
And I'm your boy, JJ Stone, a.k.a. O-Doctor.
And I'm Anthony Lemos, a.k.a. Shameless Amos. I got my VA results back.
What did they tell you? Are you certified?
I am. I am certified permanently and totally 100% disabled.
I'm glad they got something right. I'll tell you what. What's the one expression? Don't throw the baby out the bathwater. I'm throwing you and the bathwater and the baby out. Today is not my day with you. I don't even know why I'm here with you. I can't do it.
Well, guys. You're here with me because Apple updated their iPhone line up last week at an event entitled By Innovation Only Creative. Announced were the iPhone 11, iPhone 11 Pro, and iPhone 11 Pro Max, along with the Apple Watch Series 5.
So first things first, are you going to subscribe to the arcade for $4.99 a month for the family plan?
No.
Are you going to subscribe to Apple TV Plus?
Not out the gate, although I might later if there's some shows that really interest me.
So I think it's also free when you buy the new iPhone for a year or something.
If you buy qualifying hardware within the next year, you get a 1 year free of Apple TV Plus. Yeah,
that's about as close as I'm going to come to ever watching anything on Apple TV Plus.
Yeah,
I can't even imagine a world where they would offer me something good enough for me to pay them. Like I get Amazon for free because I have Prime. Mm-hmm. And they have like 4 or 5 legit shows on there and growing.
Right.
So it's almost like because it's already there for me. So it's a bonus that I get a few good shows, but I'm not going to pay for another service to only give me a few good shows.
Right.
So unless it's going to be perpetual free every year you bought a phone and you could just keep it going. I don't know who's paying for this service to watch these few episodes. That
brings me to the next question, which is, are you going to be buying one of these phones?
So all the things that are wrong with the phone, I was on Mac Break Weekly with Uncle Leo, and I just ripped everything Apple does. I still have a split screen. Okay, the phone makes me want to buy it for 2 reasons, because I have widescreen camera and the multiple camera angles that I can shoot with the phone. I'm interested to see how that works. Mm-hmm. And they have midnight green, which is my Eagles color. I mean, it's really like, honestly, I don't want the phone. I don't need the phone. Yeah. And I feel like next year's phone will be the phone where things change. Mm-hmm. But I only paid $135 out of pocket for this Max 256. So I feel like if I sold it for $800, I could flip it into the new phone and it won't hurt as much. And then I won't update for the next 2 or 3 years. Or I keep this and I don't know, man, it's too much. See, that's what they do. They do just enough. If it wasn't green, if it wasn't midnight green, bro, wouldn't even question it. Wouldn't even care.
But if you're going to get the green one, then you're only going to get the 2 camera instead of the 3 because you won't be getting the Pro, no. Right?
The Pro has the midnight green. The 11 has a purple, a green, red, and the white and black. But the Pro has the midnight, like I call it eagle green, like money green. So, golly.
Well,
so are you getting it? No, you're not getting it.
No, I'm still happy with my iPhone 10. I only jumped onto that one so hard because of the OLED screen. There has been nothing since then to really attract me to it. I have a full frame DSLR, a crop sensor DSLR for the camera features. I have all the cameras I need. This phone didn't really add anything to it for me. So I'll be skipping this year. Maybe the 12. Maybe the 12 will be my year.
Maybe you're right. I got cameras too. We have the same cameras. I don't need another camera.
I
If I'm
don't.
shooting anything professionally, I have the Osmo Pocket too. Like I'm really not going to use the phone
Right.
because the Pocket like tracks everything. I'm not going to use it. I guess I won't. I don't need it. You're right. I can't waste this money. So no, I'm not getting it. Oh, God, I want the green phone. If you're listening, you can't see the anguish in my face because it's taking everything in my heart not to put my phone up on eBay because I know right now I could get $850 for this phone.
Yeah.
And I feel like next year I won't get that for the phone. So
You won't, but yeah. See it? I mean,
and I didn't pay anything for this phone. So maxing out on the price that I get for it now makes it almost still feel like I'm not getting that. You know what? Anyway, I'm not getting this phone. I'm not going to stress myself out about it. I'm about to have a brain aneurysm and a heart attack. I haven't taken my blood pressure medicine today, so I can't stress out on this episode about this phone. That being said, way better battery life.
Yeah.
The iPhone 11, the number system is so much better now. We don't have XS and Max and 10s and all this stuff. It's just 11.
but they still have the shitty names though. The iPhone 11 Pro Max.
Yeah, I mean it's better than SX Max and 10X Max.
Yeah.
Like it's at least it's better. It's not great, but it's better. Also, they couldn't use Plus, but is also the 11 is $50 cheaper than last year's XR, which is a nice for poor people or regular people that want to buy it for their kid.
Yep.
And also the lower tier of phones go down. Let's talk about this watch. They didn't come out with a sleep tracking because they already have apps for that. That's one thing we thought that they might come out with that was leaked.
Right.
But they do have always on display.
Yes.
How come the phones don't have it, bro? Apparently, they made a new technology of LTIUPTCHRBY for always on display for this watch. Low latency, 1 nit per megabit per cesspit.
Right.
18-hour battery life. Why doesn't my phone have it? Every Android phone has always on display. Why can't my phone have it?
I can only think that because they want to use their own technology in it, and they haven't perfected it enough to do the larger screen.
Because they want me to buy an iPhone 12 next year. That's why.
Probably. I'm actually really happy with my watch the way it is. I don't need it always on display. That wasn't even a selling feature to me.
I don't want my watch to have always on display. They're like, oh, you're trying. Like, if you're in a meeting and you're trying to get out, looking at your watch is going to make you feel any better. Most people don't even wear watches anymore. You know what I mean? They just use their phone. So that whole everybody's been somewhere where they're checking the time. Not really, because I'm stuck here regardless. Looking at my watch and daydreaming about the time.
And what's the argument against that? Is now that the screen is always on, you can look at your neighbor's watch and see his time instead of having to look at your own. Like whatever. This entire announcement was a bust to me. Everything about it was a bust. Like
I said, just more things that I pick apart of why they don't do them and how they don't do them. Like, I sounded like a jerk because one of the guests was talking about how he was moved by the video they showed about the person having an Apple Watch and their headphones on, listening to music, and it saved their kid's life. And I'm like, so you've never heard of MP3 players before? Like, you've never heard of, like, Samsung literally makes earbuds with 4 gigs of storage in them so you can put music on them and you can run around doing everything all day. Like, what are we talking about, Apple? Like, I just don't understand. Oh, and they're opening a new store in New York. Woohoo!
Well, they're reopening the store in New York.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I never saw the old one, so I don't know if I'm going to be really excited about seeing the new version.
So I guess we covered everything.
Well, let's go from Apple to Adobe because those two seem to be pretty linked. Adobe announced a new auto reframe effect in Premiere Pro that makes it much easier to change aspect ratios while editing video. Powered by Adobe Sensei, their AI engine, an auto reframe will intelligently crop video to preferred aspect ratio, keeping the subject in frame and scaling text overlays automatically.
Hallelujah. This is sexy. I'm so happy.
This is actually pretty cool.
Hallelujah. It like
if you're taking video off of a video camera, DSLR, your phone, or anything else, and you want to reframe that for Instagram or just change the aspect ratio in general, and it can do it for you instead of you having to manually go through there, match frames and migrate. And it was such a pain before. It's such a pain that I never did it. And then Now it can do it automatically. Beautiful. Why aren't they doing this more often? Why is this innovation so hard to understand?
Why isn't this in Adobe Rush so that I could do this mobily?
Well, I'm sure there's a lot of computing power behind that Sensei.
I don't care. I just got told that the iPhone 11 Bionic chip Super Mario Brother 13 is more powerful than 14 other phones combined by the power of Grayskull. So I really don't care what the excuse is.
Yeah.
I was told, at least on my iPad Pro, I was told that I was going to be able to use full Photoshop, which still hasn't been released. So I really need this to be a mobile thing so that I can edit on the go with this software. And by the power of Grayskull, like I said, the iPhone 11 Pro Max Super Dog should be able to handle it.
Now, this is why awesome. This is why I left the Apple and Adobe stories next to each other, because October is coming up. I mean, we're in September now. October is coming up. Are they going to have an Apple announcement? Because they haven't refreshed the iPad Pro this year. Adobe has promised that we're going to have Premiere Pro and Photoshop, like full-fledged dealies on the iPad Pro this year. Do you think they might combine those into one release time frame next month?
I hope so, because LumaFusion's out here eating Premiere Pro's lunch. Like, not for nothing, I haven't been editing a lot on my computer anymore because LumaFusion is killing it with the production value they had. Yeah. So if I can get a full Premiere on my tablet and I can do a little editing on the go, oh, golly, it'd be so amazing. Yeah. So they better have something coming up, because they dropped a new iPad in the announcement, the Apple release. It's a 10-inch iPad, 10.2.
It's a refresh version of their standard size that they've had for forever.
Side note, there's also a bonus. You can get $50 off that iPad and $50 off the new Apple Watch. There's a coupon somewhere on Amazon right now, because Amazon's just trying to sell some Apple stuff. So if you are in the market of buying one, there's a deal out there for you to be had on Amazon. Also,
if you're in the deal for some Beats, you can get free Beats right now with their back-to-school sale if you buy a computer. So there's that.
Right. Beat these kids back to school.
I'm still waiting for damn Audition on my iPad. When I get Audition on my iPad, that will be a breakthrough moment for me, because that means I can sit around anywhere in the house with some Bluetooth headphones and actually edit audio in the car, at work, at the doctor's office, waiting for I can actually sit there and get work done without my big laptop sitting around. That'll be amazing for me.
Yeah, we need you to get a little laptop then. You need an HP Spectre.
No, 13. No, I'm not getting another Windows computer.
What?
Yeah, no. Google's Pixel 4 XL is receiving the Apple iPhone treatment in that pictures of it as of yet announced phone are leaking constantly. These 3 cameras, dual flash, an edge-to-edge screen can be seen in the photos. Still no word from Google on when it will be announced or released.
I do believe they have an announcement scheduled for October 15th. I got an email telling me to drop my drawers and get excited about October 15th. Because I'm a Pixel owner, I did get that email. I got it today or yesterday or something. So October 15th apparently is their announcement day.
I will say, well, there's other announcements on the 15th as well. Okay. I will say that of all the Android phones, the Pixel is the only one that really excites me, that really has, that makes me think, wow, that's a really nice phone.
The best thing about the Pixel versus every other Android phone is the Pixel is single and ready to mingle. The Pixel don't come with no kids. The Pixel doesn't come with an ex-girlfriend. The Pixel doesn't come with a stepmother. Like, the Pixel is literally an orphan, alone in the world, clean and pure and untouched, ready for you.
Yeah.
Like, it's amazing. Every other phone's got bloatware, Samsung device, this, Samsung attached, Samsung a photo, OnePlus, a plus. Like, Google Pixel is pure as the driven snow. And that is the most exciting thing about the phone, besides all the extra little goodies they give you, like the camera and Google Lens. Like I said, they had me drop my pants to get excited. They know what they're doing out here in these streets. Team Pixel! Team Pixel!
All right, well, we will cover that next month when it may be announced. But continuing with phone rumors, the OnePlus 7T is rumored to be unveiled on October 15th. All indications is that this will be an incremental upgrade to the OnePlus 7 Pro series.
Now, do you have pictures of this to show that you're running on screen? This article, is there pictures?
Yes.
So the color scheme is really sexy, and this is like a sea blue, sky blue fade in, but the bump is awkward because it's a larger circular camera bump in the back that's cut into 4 sections. And so I'm like, why can't everybody just make it sexy like Samsung? Samsung's phone design right now is the sexiest phone. It's just like, yeah, we got 3 cameras, but we put them on the side. We're not putting them all in the middle. We're not making 3 googly eyes on the back of your phone. We're not making you have to get a weird case. Like, I just want better design. Apple used to be that, but this new design is ugly. Anyway, back to OnePlus. Sorry. OnePlus phones are amazing phones for the price. I love all the features in OnePlus phones. If you ever had a OnePlus phone, or if you know anybody that has one, just go play with it for an hour. Like, there's so many tricks and gadgets and woozies and doozies that, like, you wouldn't even think of. Like, you could just wave at the phone and it'll check the time, it'll do stuff. It was the first phone I gave Leah to see if she could handle having a real phone. And she had it for a year. And I always found myself playing with features and things that just no other phone had. And that was 5 years ago. And they iterate on that kind of stuff and that advancement of technology. So if you're in the market for a high-end, high-powered Android phone that is in the affordable range, OnePlus is a good look for you to check out. Very quick charging phones, very stable, reliable phones. And they do put a lot of bloatware on, but their bloatware is sexy and fun and cool and it has awesome, neat stuff in it. They are the girl that just goes to the party and she might or might not have drugs in her pocket on her own. They are a good line of phones to check out if you're in the Android market.
Oh, just be sure to wrap it first. Discord, the chat and forum style application aimed at gamers, has decided to phase out games out of the Nitro subscription service on October 15th. See, October 15th is just a busy day.
It's a busy day.
They are offering refunds to players who will not be using the subscription service without gaming. For those willing to stay on board, Discord is planning to improve other aspects, such as upping the upload file size limit to 100 megabytes.
This with Apple's Arcade coming and looming over them, maybe. And I also see this happening to Apple Arcade. I don't really see people using Apple Arcade unless they have, again, killer titles. Because so many kids just play these free games and don't mind watching the ads. And they literally just want to click buttons. They don't want to think.
Yeah.
Not everybody's out here playing Magic the Gathering like on their phone. And if they are, all the kids are playing Roblox and Minecraft.
Right.
Like, that's what they're into when they're going to spend time building the world. Like, they already have the games they want. And I just from being in touch with children and seeing what they do on their phones, I don't think the arcade is going to find its stride for a while.
I've been using Discord for almost 2 years now, and I didn't know they had games on their subscription service.
That's horrible marketing then. Okay. Like, shoot out an email once every blue moon. Like, hey, we can hook you up with some games. Never mind.
They hit me with plenty of other banners. I don't know why I didn't see something about all these games that they had available.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, whatever.
Nope.
All right. In an article titled, "Would the Internet Be Healthier Without Like Accounts?" Wired questions the value of the algorithmically charged pursuit of likes and other instant feedback methods on social media. This was an interesting article, although I must admit it was long enough that I breezed through it.
So I never learned how to read.
Oh.
I basically look at the article.
Did Leah read this to you?
And then see how I feel about the article. Okay. So depending on how I feel by the way it looks, okay, let's not lie.
So you're an empathic article consumer.
I am, but the real way that anybody with a brain that does any kind of tech show that wants to read these articles, and you personally, pro tip, Amos, you never ever read the articles ever. You don't ever read one of the articles. You don't do it. You know what you do? you go to Siri and you have Siri read the article to you. And if you don't fall asleep within the first 30 seconds of her speaking out loud in that robotic voice, you know it's a good story, okay? Because this had really good information in it and it kept my attention. Now,
so pro tip to writers.
Hey, I'm out here reading hands-free, brother. You know what I'm saying? I got other stuff to do. So, I don't really have time for my eyes to say scroll down the screen. You know what I'm saying? I got other things to do. But anyway, that's how I read. I just put it on speak and I listen. I'm a listener. The same way you listen to this podcast right now at IQMZ.com/IQMZTech. Anyway, likes. Do likes matter, Amos?
I can see that they have value. I don't think they're as valuable as people place them.
I feel like the war on likes is a war on influencers. I feel as though this movement is to circumvent people from buying Facebook and Instagram ads because they're going directly to the influencers and skipping the platform. So if you take away the number of likes that person can see, then the brand can't evaluate the amount of money or value that these individual people have.
Gotcha.
Because then the statistics come back to Instagram or Facebook where they say, oh, well, we could put this in front of 62,000 eyeballs in an hour. That influencer, oh, well, they've got 1 million people, but how many, nobody's didn't like anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand, because I'm a rational human being who's taught his daughter the value system of the world, and she doesn't care about likes or not, and she explains this to her friends all the time. But people need these likes. The same way girls get depressed about it and they feel like they got to show their skin about it. That's their own personal insecurity. If it wasn't the like button, it'd be something else in life. Mm-hmm. Daddy issues are daddy issues, whether you take away the like button or not. So I feel as though this is a scam against outside money being made by regular people who have a following. What say you?
That sounds completely legit.
Okay.
That actually makes more sense than most of this article did.
Yes. Again, if you're listening or watching, read the article. Great article. Didn't fall asleep listening to it. But the way my brain works and the way that I make money, I think, okay, there's a lot of meme sites out here that generate tons and tons of views and likes, and people just find things funny. Mm-hmm. If you took those away, they can't sell their little ads for $50 a piece for promoting things and doing things of that nature, because they can't prove to you the value of their worth.
Isn't that counterintuitive in that if the influencers aren't receiving the likes and therefore receiving the money from the advertisers, they're going to be doing fewer things on the platform, and then the platform itself isn't going to get the money either?
So,
because you're not worried about the supply of likes, you're worried about the availability of their content to go out there, right? Is that maybe not how they're seeing it?
The fact is, that's a very valid point, but I also think that you can see YouTube doing it to itself. They want everybody to be cookie cutter, fluffy. You can't have bad language. They don't want certain mindsets or attitudes. And so they just cut you off. Like, they don't even care. They're spiting their nose. They're losing money to enforce what they want to bring in on their platform. So You're absolutely correct. But I think Facebook is thinking to themselves, we are being circumvented with so much money that where are they going to go? People all the time say they're going to quit Facebook. Where are you going to go?
Right.
Instagram, where are you going to go? What are you going to do? You're going to push people to your blog and to your website? Yeah, you could do that, but it's still not the same with people. Nobody's going to scroll down your website all day. They're going to scroll down Facebook all day. So it's
yeah, they're going to go to your website once and realize it's not Facebook or Instagram, and they're going to click right the hell out of there.
Yeah, or they go watch what they're going to watch and then they're gone until the next day when you post something new. They go and they consume it and they leave. Yep. It's not your site can't give them a never-ending scroll of content unless they've never seen your show, which again, you can subscribe, IQMZ.com/IQMZTech. You can find the show and you can find a whole bunch of old episodes. You want to go back and scroll through the past, you can go do that. But otherwise, people are in and they're out. So I think they're testing it. But I think that's the real reason behind it, not the mental health, not the goodwill, not the we care. situation. I don't think it has anything to do with that. I think it has to do with cold hard cash, America.
Well, speaking of cold hard cash, America, this episode is brought to you by For Gravity. Do you want to supercharge your building powers in WordPress? For Gravity has got you covered. For Gravity offers a suite of Gravity Forms add-ons that allow you to schedule automatic reports of your forms submissions, generate editable PDFs of your customers' data, and set form-level permissions that prevent users from accessing settings they shouldn't be able to. We love For Gravity, and if you make forms, you will too. Supercharge your forms today at forgravity.com.
For Gravity!
All right, now it's time for five on five something of five.
This is 5 on 5 crime. And if you're a new viewer or listener, know that I despise my co-host. He came up with this idea. He wanted a bit at the end of the show, and which means we read 5 topics, and then we say one word on them, and then we move on to the next topic. Now, as you can tell by this semi-rant that I like running my mouth and talking. And so coming up with a concept where I only get to say one word about articles that I spent 4 days searching and refining and looking for like a Somalian in a coal mine. Yes, GE is still running coal mines all over the world. Don't let them fool you thinking that we're out here using solar power. They're destroying the rest of the planet. That's how I feel about this segment. And for now forth and hence, it will no longer be a one-word response because I won't stand for it. I won't have a seat for it either, but I won't stand for this treatment. And from now on, we will say a little blurb about the stories that I have certainly cultivated, except for one because I forgot one. Anywhoosie, let's go.
On that note, I think I'll just change the rules every week so you have something different to rant about. Amazon is cutting health benefits for part-time Whole Foods employees.
This is the real reason why I wanted to talk more. Bezos makes $3,123 a second. Mind you, he had to give half of that to his wife for cheating on her. I don't give a ham sandwich if it's only $1,500 a second. You're cutting health benefits for people in this company you acquired, you scumbag. What say you, Amos?
He's making enough money. The company's making enough money. Do the right fucking thing. Treat your employees right. This is bullshit.
It's bullshit. MoviePass officially closes doors on September 14th.
It's about fucking time they just faced the truth and got the hell out of the game.
My daughter and I spent $20 a month for 14 months. We saw 147 movies. Sometimes I'd get tickets, walk into the movie, not like it, walk back out in 5 minutes because I didn't care. I and my daughter alone personally destroyed the MoviePass segment. They never dreamed of a person like me that was fat and overweight and had time on his hands because he works for himself would go see 17 movies a week. I know, because when my daughter was in school, I was using her card, and sometimes I would double up because I didn't take her with me. So, MoviePass, and I'm on Regal Pass now. So you too, Regal, will suffer the wrath that we went and saw 3 movies in one day on Saturday because theirs is even worse than MoviePass. We'll talk about that later. Go ahead and read the next story.
Bob Iger resigned from Apple's board following the announcements of both Apple Plus and Disney Plus.
God bless him. Who is he? What was he? I don't know. He's got $1 billion. I give a hoot and or Annie.
Bob Iger is the CEO of Disney, and I can't believe he's been on the Apple board as long as he's been.
He made it. Uber is being sued over whether or not drivers are employees.
See previous comments about Amazon and Whole Foods part-time employees.
See previous articles called Deja Vu, Repeat Story, Repeat Story, Repeat Story. They're employees. It's over for you, you scam artists. Let's start paying people and doing what we're supposed to do. This is America.
5G is set to start spreading around the globe and has caused quite a bit of FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt around it and around what it really means. Should we be concerned?
There ain't no 5G. There ain't no 5G. There ain't no 5G. But the only thing I can say about Apple
AT&T has 5G.
Why you got me throwing stuff? There ain't no 5G. What else I got like that I can throw? I don't want to. My camera costs too much money to be throwing. Let me get a tissue. There ain't no 5G. Okay. There ain't no 5G. There ain't no 5G. Just like we're not going to Mars, there is no 5G. And if there is 5G, it's kind of like me in this chair, in this little space that's squished into this chair, there's 5G. Like at an arena, at a stadium, at a Starbucks, like you can get like 5G within 5 feet. But there is no 5G service. They're making 5G phones. They're charging more money for it. They're charging more money for a service that doesn't exist. At least Apple came out with Wi-Fi 6 as their new thing to push instead of trying to make a 5G phone.
Yeah.
Because there is no 5G. Don't make me break my stuff. Whew.
I agree. And
it's not gonna, 5 is alive.
And when it does show up, it's not going to harm you.
There you go. Whenever it gets here.
Yeah.
Just trying to beat out the Chinese and start acting like we got something we ain't got. All this because my way out here making real 5G in the world and we don't got it. So we got to fight them with. Okay, we got to stop. I ain't taking my blood pressure medicine today. I'm about to have an aneurysm.
Well, you can let us know what's giving you an aneurysm by emailing tech@iqmz.com. You can also hit us on Twitter @IQMZ.
I'm your boy Jay Stone, aka Doctor. I'm gonna doctor on everything. We back, baby. We up in this piece, and I'm good for yelling today. I'm sorry. I apologize because I know some people don't like when I get loud in their ear, but some people love it. They wish for me to yell in their ear all day long. So for you, I love you.
And I'm just gonna say, go find IQMZ on YouTube to see Owen throwing all the shit at me for reading the articles he put in there.
Hey, don't blame me for what I blamed you to what I told you not to do. That's parent talk, okay? Do as I say, not as I do. Don't come at me blaming me for what I did wrong to make you feel bad, okay?
All right, fine. Well, they can tell me about it by going to Twitter, Ethan Caine, ETHANCAINE, and I agree. We are
That's right.
Out.
Later.